Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss time and work. We'll look at some of the questions that were sent to us by our students. So there are a few different types of questions that we'll look at. A few of them might be difficult, a few of them might be easy ones. But the thing is, why we are doing this is we want to look at the different methods that we can try to solve this kind of questions, right? So without any further ado, let's directly jump into the question. Let's look at the first question. So 12 men and 16 boys, right? So first tip, whenever we have questions like this, wherein there's a group, right? So there's a group of 12 men, there's a group of 16 boys. You have to assume all these men, right? Each man or each boy, the efficiency of doing their work. What do I mean by efficiency? Efficiency is nothing but rate at which they are doing their work, right? Rate of doing work, basically. So what do I mean by rate of doing work? Suppose these people are, let's say, authors, they write books. So the rate of doing work can be a number of pages written. Let's say 10 pages are written per minute, right? So it can be anything. Let's say these people, one of them is Batman, all right? So number of thugs beaten to a pulp per minute, that can be Batman's rate of doing work, right? There are various parameters that we need to consider, but basically rate of doing work is some work that you do per some time unit. So that time unit can be in minutes, it can be in seconds, it can be in hours, but most of the times for the questions that we solve, it's the time unit is in days, right? So let's jump into the question. 12 men and 16 boys can do a piece of work in 5 days, all right? So the best method to do this kind of questions is man days method. All right, I like to call this method man days, and generally this is the name that is preferred. So what do I mean by man days? So what is man days? So 12 men, right, can do this work in 5 days along with the 16 boys. So what do we do in this method is we directly multiply this 12 men, and also because we have 16 boys, let's assume for a minute that the boys are not involved, they are not given in the question. So 12 men are doing this piece of work, whatever the work be, it doesn't concern us, right? Irrespective of what the work is, they complete that work in 5 days. So this 12 men complete that work in 5 days. So what do we mean when we say that the method that we are going to follow is man days method? What do we mean by that? Basically, when we multiply this two, what do we get? 60 man days. So this is the amount of work that we are going to assume. So in order for the work to have some unit, right, what is the unit that we are going to follow? 60 man days is the work and man days is the unit. So basically, suppose now in the next question, they ask us if 12 men complete a piece of work in 5 days, and then they ask us a question, how many days will 15 men take to complete the same work? So what is the amount of work that is being done? This is the amount of work that we'll assume is being done, 60 man days, all right? So for time and work, generally we follow 4 methods. The 4 methods that we use are man days. This is the first method that we are going to look at. Other 3 methods are unit work method, wherein we assume that this work that they do, right, 12 men, the work that they do is one work. We'll see when we come to that. That is unit work method. Other method is LCM method, and last method is percentage method, right? These 3 are all actually are more or less the same, but based on what kind of question is being asked, we'll try to follow a method which is better suited for that particular question. Like, when do we generally use man days? Whenever, like I said, we have a group of men, a group of boys, a group of girls, a group of women doing a particular work, right? And whenever we have names, like they say that there is A and B doing a piece of work, or there is Ram, Sham, Lakshman, Muhammad, right? Different people, Superman, when they write names of the people, we have to assume that each one has different efficiency. So at that time we are not going to use this man days method. Whenever we have a group, we have to assume that every person in that group has the same efficiency. Like every man in this group will have same efficiency, every boy in this group will have same efficiency unless otherwise stated. So they have not, as of now, not stated anything. So let's look at the question now. Okay, I hope you have understood what do we mean by man days. Basically, man days means when 12 men complete a piece of work in 5 days, the amount of work that they are going to do is 60 man days. 12 men into 5 days. So the question that we were considering, suppose then for 15 men to complete that same piece of work, how many days will they take? So we are going to divide 60 man days by 15. Man gets cut, we get 15 fours, so 4 days, right? 15 men will take 4 days to finish the same amount of work. So basically 60 man days is a unit of work. You have to assume that, right? So let's look at the question now. What is given to us? Let me get rid of this. So 12 men and 16 boys can do a piece of work in 5 days. So we have 12 men and 16 boys. So using the same method, man days method only, we have to multiply it by days, right? So because we have two separate units, like we have men as well as boys, so the efficiency for men and boys is going to be different. That's why they have mentioned that 12 men and 16 boys. So individually we are going to multiply each of them by 5 days. So we'll get, this is the amount of work that is being done. So generally for man days questions, don't multiply. Okay, because what happens is for man days questions, there is some question that is being asked to us, right? That is being asked. So here what is being asked? Man. Okay. So what happens is, as and when we come across it, you'll realize it. We have to cancel out the common factors. So it's easier if you don't actually multiply them, rather than multiplying this and saying this is 60 man days plus 80 boy days, right? Don't do that. Let us keep it as it is. So this is the actual amount of work that needs to be done. 12 man into 5 days means 60 man days, plus 16 into 5, 80 boys days. That is the actual amount of work that needs to be done. Here what is being said, and 13 men and 24 boys can do it in 4 days. So 13 men plus 24 boys can do it in 4 days. This is 5 days. So the amount of work is going to be the same, right? Same work is being done. Can do a piece of work in 5 days, and here they have stated, and 13 men and 24 boys can do it as in this piece of work. So you have to assume that the piece of work is same. This is the piece of work in case 1, this is the piece of work in case 2, but the work being done is the same. So we have to equate these two, as simple as that. So basically man days is nothing but a unit of work, right? So in this case we also have boys days, that's it. So if there were women in this case, we would have added plus some x women. Again, same, you have to follow the same concept everywhere. It's not difficult, right? But you have to understand, whenever we have this group, right, 12 men, 16 boys, it can be anything else as well, like we have discussed. We have to follow man days method. All right, so basically what do we get? 12 into 5. So in this case what we'll do is we'll multiply, because we have to equate this two and there's no common factor as such that I can see. So 12 into 5 is 60 man days. I'll just write MD. 80 boy days is equal to 52 man days plus 96 boy days, right? So this is 80, this will go here, this will come here. So we'll have 8 man days is basically equal to 16 boy days. We can cancel out days. So the efficiency of 8 men is equal to the efficiency of 16 boys. That means 1 man can do per day the same amount of work that 2 boys can do. This is what it means. Alright. This is the basic, means what happens is, if one man, if we had only one man and he was doing some same amount of work in, say, let's say 100 days. So it would have been 1 into 100. 100 man days would have been the total work. which we would have equated to this, right? Same means the concept is man days. Whenever we see man days, no, it doesn't matter how many men are there, how many days are there, we just have to multiply the two, right? So what have they asked? Compare the daily work done by a man with that of boy. So this is what we get. So daily work, one man will do the amount of work of two boys. So suppose one man is writing 100 pages per day. All these people are authors, let's say 100 pages per day. This one boy will write 50 pages per day, because the amount of work that one man does in a day, we need two boys to do the same amount of work. So that's it for this question. I hope you have understood the man days method. This is one of the most important methods for time and work, right? It will definitely help you save time. And also subscribe to the channel, and if you have any doubts, ask them in the comment section below. And for daily such tips and tricks, you can also follow our Telegram channel. So let us now look at a different video for unit method, unit work method, LCM method and percentage method. Let's look at that.